Now let's start off with the three main trig functions: sine, cosine, and tangent. These can be rewritten as sin, cos, and tan because mathematicians are lazy. Now let's talk about SOHCAHTOA. SOHCAHTOA is a mnemonic designed to help us remember what the three trig functions do, so you should commit this to memory. Notice that the first letters in SOHCAHTOA are directly correlated with their trig functions. So, because there's an S, is correlated with sine. Ka, because there's a C, is correlated with cosine. And toa, because there's a T, is correlated with tangent. Now let's do an example problem. This is a 3, 4, 5 right triangle. Let's solve for sine of theta. What exactly is sine? Sine is just opposite over hypotenuse, or opposite divided by hypotenuse. Let's look at the right triangle. Opposite of theta, the side opposite of theta, is 4. The hypotenuse of the triangle is 5. So sine of theta is 4 over 5. Notice that sine is directly correlated with so. The S relates with sine. The O is correlated with opposite. And the H is correlated with hypotenuse. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse. It goes from a left to right order. Let's find cosine of theta. What exactly is cosine? Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. What exactly does adjacent mean? In simple terms, adjacent just means next to, but when it comes to trig, adjacent means the side closest to the angle that's not the hypotenuse. So what's the side that's right next to theta that's not the hypotenuse? The side right next to theta that's not the hypotenuse is 3. So 3 is adjacent to theta. So this is 3 over the hypotenuse 5. So cosine of theta equals 3 over 5. Notice that similar to so, cosine is also correlated with ka. The C is related to cosine, the A is adjacent, and the hypotenuse is, the H is hypotenuse. Again, this is from a left to right order. Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. Let's solve for tangent of theta. What exactly is tangent? Try to figure this out on your own with TOA. Feel free to pause the video. Tangent is opposite over adjacent. Notice that similar to so and ka, TOA is also related with tangent. The T is tangent, the O is correlated with opposite, and the A is correlated with adjacent. Tangent is opposite over adjacent, again from a left to right order. Opposite of theta is 4. Adjacent to theta, or the side closest to theta that's not the hypotenuse, is 3. So tangent of theta is 4 over 3. Now let's recap. Let's draw a right triangle to make better sense of this. So, or sine of theta is opposite over hypotenuse. Cosine of theta is adjacent over hypotenuse. And tangent of theta is opposite over adjacent. Notice we can use SOHCAHTOA to help us remember this.